hear the mobsters trampling up the jail stairs to the second floor. In another moment, they'd be outside my jail cell. They'd rush in, and all hell would break loose. And time was running out for me. Outside that door was a bunch of ruthless, violent, black-hating white men. Racism was an oppressive reality for many African Americans in the 1930s. James Cameron retells his horrifying but true tale account of survived lynching in A Time of Terror by James Cameron. The leaders of the mob held back until the crowd quieted down. The men carried ropes, clubs, knives, shotguns, anything you can imagine. One man carried a submachine gun in the cradle of his arms. He was a big, bushy man with cold, glassy-looking eyes. Like he was high. It was frightening to look at. The leaders of the mob gathered around my jail cell. They were the elite group of intimidators. Their job was to complete their path of destruction, tyranny, and death. While they decided on their anticipated kill, I closed my eyes. Just for a moment. I closed my eyes, wishing to will my disappearance. Wishing that I'd be anywhere but here. I opened my eyes again when I heard the eerie jangling of keys. I was still in the cell block. I tried to hide, but there was no place to hide. There was no time to hide. There wasn't even time to get on your knees and pray. At the sight of the white mobsters, black prisoners began to jump around, apparently searching for some place to hide. Even the 3 white prisoners were nervous. Everyone was just plain scared. I was in part of the cell block with 7 or 8 other black prisoners. And you know, for the first time in a long time, I felt safer with them so near. I felt that they would have fought the mob to their death if they had anything to fight with. Listen up! I'm going to tell you once. Tell me where Cameron is, or I'm going to hang every last one of you goddamn niggers. The mobsters repeated their threat. Still, nobody pointed me out. Charles's father was a pitiful sight, as were the 17 or 18 other black prisoners crawling around on the floor like animals. And that's what they were. It was the residual effects of brainwashing instituted and practiced during the days of chattel slavery in our country. It was a demonstration of just how deep the fear of white people was implanted in the psyche of black people. While they were crawling around on the floor, there could be heard coughs coming from the mobsters' voices. Most of them were doubled over with laughter at the sight of black prisoners crawling around on the floor, pleading for their lives. To them, this was a sight that every white person should be able to witness. What a spectacle. White people really brought black people up to respect them. Charles's father looked up at the mobsters around him. By this point, he was a completely broken man in mind, body, and spirit. His whole body shook with the emotion of naked terror. And tears, uncontrollable tears, ran from his bruised and bloodshot eyes. The index finger on his gnarled hand shook like a leaf in the wind as he pointed to where I stood and said, "There he is," finally, and slumped to the floor. For a brief second, nobody moved. But you'd better believe every eye in that cell block was on me. The mobsters came in and took hold of me. The nightmare that I'd heard happening to other victims of mobs finally became my reality. Brutally faced with fear and death, I fully understood what it meant to be a black person in the United States of America. The cruel hands that held me were vice-like. I sagged and reeled helplessly, but didn't completely pass out. More bricks, more fists, more rocks found their marks on my body. Only the bigger and stronger ones could muscle their way in to hit me. The smaller and weaker ones had to be content with spitting on me and throwing things at me. Children, little children, not even in their teens, but being taught by their peers of how to treat black people, somehow found their way in there, bite and scratch me on the legs. And amongst all the yelling and screaming, one thing stood out. Nigger! 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 Over and over, the word rang out until it seemed as if that was the only word left in the English language that held any meaning in their lives. A crowbar hit me in the chest. A pickaxe hit me in the side of the head. I did nothing to deserve this. I said to myself. But coming through my bruised and swollen lips, my voice was barely even audible. Not once did they stop pounding on me. They beat me all the way to the courthouse square. I was too weak. No, I was too numb to feel the excruciating pain. Their merciless blows no longer hurt me. Once or twice, I thought I saw a kind face in the press around me. To each of them, I would call up for help, begging for mercy at their hands. Help me! Help me! Help me! But they did nothing. They just stood there. Many of the uniformed police officers of the Marion Police Department cleared a path through the swarming thousands of people so they could get me up to that tree. All the way up to that tree where Tommy and Abe hung in torn and shattered clothing. People still fought to get in and hit me. I didn't care anymore. The rope sneaked out and up from the mobster's hand and twisted around the tree. With the noose around my neck and death in my brain, I waited for the end. But before the mob could hang me, a voice rang out. There was an echo-like voice that seemed to come from some far distant place. It was a feminine voice, sweet and clear, but unlike anything I'd ever heard before. It was like bells ringing out on a cold, clear winter day. Listen to me, gentlemen, listen to me. Take this boy back. You know he had not a damn thing to do with any raping and killing.